Barcelona's season on the defensive hinge could come down to one conversation tonight. Hansi Flick and sporting director Deco will meet and decide whether to plug the sudden hole left by Inigo Martinez or trust the squad to mend itself. Martinez's departure was abrupt and dramatic for a defence that leaned on his experience, and while the Joan Gamper thrashing of Como offered glimpses of attacking fluency, it didn't erase the question of who will marshal the back four once competitive fixtures begin. Flick himself has publicly admitted he'll speak to Deco about reinforcements, a line that sounds calm but contains urgency for a club still grappling with registration rules and restricted payroll levers that limit immediate action. Tonight's talk is about more than a single signing. It's about identity and inside the dressing room there are logical internal answers. Eric Garcia has shown quality at times, and Barcelona's centre-back depth includes promising academy options. But relying on youth and rotation is a gamble in a season where every La Liga point and Champions League result can define narratives. On the other side is the transfer market. Experienced centre-backs are available, but come at a price both in transfer fee and wages. Flick must weigh short-term certainty against long-term fit, a veteran who can stabilise immediately, or a cheaper younger profile who fits the club's style but may need time. That calculus becomes even tougher when the club's financial position is part of the equation. Barcelona are actively working to register recent signings and have prioritised a plan to get certain players officially cleared for La Liga, meaning any new move will have to be clever and compliant with the league's strict economic controls. The Joan Gamper result, a 5-0 scoreline that thrilled the Camp Nou crowd and boosted morale, gives Flick a public platform to argue both for trust in his group and for surgical reinforcement, if necessary. In his comments after the match, he didn't close the door. Instead, he framed the decision as one for sports direction and timing. That deliberate wording suggests the meeting with Deco will test contingency plans already on the table. Can the club unlock registration levers? Will they prioritise defensive reinforcements over other positions? Or will the answer be to consolidate the squad and push for internal solutions? Fans should expect the meeting to produce one of three outcomes tonight. A commitment to pursue an external signing if a suitable deal can be arranged within La Liga rules, an agreement to rely on Eric Garcia and internal options at least until the next transfer window, or a conditional plan to revisit the market only if certain financial levers fall into place. Each outcome carries distinct tactical implications: immediate stability, faith in a younger core, or a stopgap approach that may weaken depth. Beyond the immediate tactical question, there is a larger story about how Barcelona navigate modern football constraints. The clubs need to register new arrivals, and the creative solutions being explored to do so shows the tightrope clubs now walk between sporting needs and regulatory compliance. If Deco and Flick decide to chase a centre-back tonight, expect the deal to be framed by clever accounting or player movement that frees up registration space. If not, expect the coach to pivot to defensive drills and possibly accelerate minutes for those on the fringe in early competitive matches. Either way, supporters should watch for concrete signals, which names appear in the club's shortlist, whether La Liga paperwork is submitted for any transfer, and how Flick lines up the back four in the very first official game. Those small details will reveal whether the Barça hierarchy chose immediate reinforcement or trusted a transition plan built around the squad's existing pieces. Tonight's meeting will not give fans every answer, but it will narrow the club's path. For viewers, the takeaway is simple. This is a decisive, time-sensitive moment that could shape the first months of the season. If Deco opens the transfer door, markets will move fast and the club will be judged on how quickly it navigates compliance and chemistry. If the meeting favours internal solutions, Flick will face the challenge of making a younger, less tested defence perform under pressure. Either scenario makes for high-stakes football, and every press conference, medical and registration update matters. Stay tuned, check official club communiques after the meeting, and if you want quick breakdowns of what Flick and Deco decide tonight, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the analysis the moment it drops.